Ports and airports have been watched throughout the day for Louise's father, Paul Brown, mother, Susan Pullen, her uncle and aunt, another older woman, and up to 5 children. Scotland Yard say they intend to charge 4 people with offences connected with Louise's disappearance. It's understood one of the charges is likely to be that of murder. 3 men have been killed and another 17 seriously injured in a series of explosions on an oil tanker in Milford Haven in West Wales this evening. The tanker, the Pointsman, was being repaired. 2 of the men who died were local dock workers. The other is thought to have been a member of her crew. The injured men include fire and ambulance workers who went on board after the first explosion. 5 of them have been flown to a special burns unit in Chepstow for treatment. A miner has been killed after being involved in an accident with a lorry while on picket duty. He's the second man to die since the dispute began. He's been named as Joe Green from Nottingley near Castleford. He worked at the local pit. Mr. Green was on picket duty outside the Ferry Bridge power station near Castleford when the accident happened. Tonight, the miners' leader, Arthur Scargill, has called on power station workers throughout the country to black any fuel brought through picket lines. The Home Secretary has told MPs there'll be an internal police investigation into the shooting yesterday of 2 unarmed men by flying squad detectives. The incident happened at a North London post office. Mr. Britton told the Commons the investigations will centre on whether the officers called out a warning before they opened fire. 3 shots were fired in all, both men were hit and one is now paralysed. The Shadow Home Secretary Gerald Kaufman has called for an independent inquiry. Well, that's all from me for now. My colleague Peter Main will be here at 1:05, that's after the late night film, with a rundown of who's who in the Queen's birthday honours list. The list is embargoed until midnight. I hope you'll join him then. I'll see you again on Monday. Good night from me, and now a look at the weather.
Most places will be dry with sunshine at times, though mist and low cloud will affect some coasts, especially in North and West Scotland, where a little drizzle is also expected. Later in the day, a few heavy showers are likely in some central parts of Britain, especially over high ground. And that's the weather forecast. Now, before the late film, a quick look at Saturday night here on BBC1. At 6:10, Mike Reid hosts another pop quiz with teams headed by Gary Glitter and Paul Young. Our date with danger at 6:40 is flood. Robert Culp heads the cast, trying to keep their heads above water after a dam burst. Charlie Pride and Dana are Val Dunican's guests at 8:15. There's another visit to the Royal International Horse Show at 9:15. And finally, at 10:30, the Saturday late film stars James Coburn as a travelling rodeo rider who arrives back in his hometown to find that his past life and wife have suddenly caught up with him. And that's the look of tomorrow night here on One. Now we complete this evening with our late film. Michael Sachs and Ron Liebman star in the science fiction fantasy Slaughterhouse-Five.